What's up, internet? Welcome to Mo's Garage. In today's video we're going to be addressing something that I should have addressed a long time ago, and that's this high oil pressure reading from the oil gauge. Alright everyone, so I'm underneath the truck laying on my back on the passenger side, and in order to find this sensor you can kind of use the differential on your CV axle as a guide. This right here is going to be your steering rack, and then right here, this guy right here, this is the sensor that we're going to be replacing. Not sure if you can see that, but basically I've snaked my hand kind of in through here. If you need more leverage you can always go around the control arm, but I think for right now this will work fine. So what you want to do is you want to come in here and disconnect this clip, and it looks like there's some oil in here for some reason. Not sure what that's about. I'll have to clean that out. But from there you want to take a 24mm socket, and what I'm going to do is I have mine on an extension with a ratchet. I'm just going to snake it through this same opening that I've been kind of sticking my hand through, and then that should allow us enough room to get to that sensor. Now you do want to be careful because there may be some oil that will leak out, so be mindful of that. But there we go. So we have that on here, and this is kind of where my hand is, so that's just barely enough space to start ratcheting, but good enough. So let's go ahead and remove this sensor. I'm curious to see if that's enough to get it off just by hand. And again, I might get covered in oil, but if you guys can, be mindful of that so you don't. Alright, well, we got that sensor and I got oil all over my face. Alright you guys, so here we have the new sensor on the left and the old sensor on the right. It looks like there does appear to be a hole in here where oil can kind of go through. I don't know if that's why my old one had oil in it. But nonetheless, these appear to be the same. Just kind of double check to make sure that this is also a 24mm, and it is. So let's go ahead and install this on the truck. Alright you guys, so I'm back underneath the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and start the new sensor in by hand, and then once we get this bad boy in here, I did look up the torque spec for this guy. It says it's supposed to be 11 foot-pounds, but I'm just gonna do it to hand tight. That should be more than enough. 11 foot-pounds really isn't a lot. Careful not to damage that connector. Go ahead and turn it by hand as best as I can. Then we can come back in with a ratchet. By the way, this extension that I'm using is one of those Harbor Freight wobble extensions, which has actually come in pretty handy for this, because you can see on camera it's not perfectly straight. The socket is still making good contact, and we are ratcheting away. Alright guys, so we got the sensor all the way in, and I've done my best to clean out this plug from all the oil, so now it's just time to reconnect. Now, since this does leak out some oil, I'm going to go ahead and start the truck, double check for any leaks, make sure that it's nice and tight, and then we'll go from there. Alright you guys, so we have the truck running, and as you can see right here, there's no active leaks. I do have some oil spots right there, but that's just from when it leaked out initially. And to call this repair a success, let's go ahead and double check our oil pressure gauge now. And as you can see, it's right in the middle. Alright you guys, so that's going to wrap up the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful in any way, please consider hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And other than that, have a great day.